Hey everyone, today we're at Archetype Brewing. I'm Daniel Castillo, your community realtor with Dixon Pacifica Real Estate, and Archetype happens to be one of my favorite West Asheville neighborhood breweries, not only because they're dog and family friendly, but also because of their community engagement. They're turning 1 year old in July, so why don't we head in to check them out. All right, so here with Brad Casanova with Archetype Brewing. I really appreciate you taking the time today, buddy. Archetype Brewing is one of my favorite new breweries here in town. It's actually right behind Pizza Mind and Ganshan. For those of you that don't know, we're on that corner of Haywood and Haywood, as you were just saying.
West Asheville.
Yeah, and so tell us a little bit about Archetype Brewing.
Well, we opened just about a year ago. We've got our 1 year anniversary coming up at the end of July.
Okay.
We opened up in this area just to serve a need for the immediate community and bring them some clean, approachable, sessionable beers, which we felt like were, the market was starting to change and increase the alcohol content. So we wanted to make sure we provided that for the market, and also we started to develop our brand into other beer categories such as Belgian styles and Brett beers.
So tell us a little bit more about that.
Well, when you have an 8% beer, I mean, the session that you can have is dramatically reduced, and so the point of bringing those alcohol levels down is just so that you can actually have a session where you can try multiple different styles and really get to enjoy it, relax, and not be so concerned about what you're having.
Now, the brewing scene tends to have like really interesting backgrounds where people end up coming from, a lot of them come from engineering backgrounds. You have a rather unique story as to how Archetype kind of came together, so if you don't mind sharing a little bit about that.
Sure. Yeah, it's a bit different. So I came out of school with a chemistry degree and went straight into forensics. I just wanted to change, and it was getting too political, so I decided beer translate my skills into quality control. So I got a job with Highwire, opening their quality lab and during their expansion a few years ago, and that's where I met my business partner Steven. He's got an incredible talent for creating beer using just his senses and his knowledge. We talked about this spot here on Beecham's Curve. It was an underserved area, and we thought, there are a lot of breweries in Asheville, but finding the right spot I think is key at this point in time, and we did. We found a community that didn't really have much around it, and they've been really grateful for the opportunity to have a place here just for them.
So one of my favorite Easter eggs that you guys have here at the bar would definitely be the painting that you have on the back wall. Now, it's more than just a random mural. There's a little bit more of a backstory to it, isn't there?
Yeah, it was a really fun project to work on. So Ian Wilkinson was the muralist that painted it, and we spent a lot of time talking about the brewery, the feel of the brewery, and what's the point. And part of the point is to educate people on beer and bring them into the whole experience of the beer. So we sort of together designed this mural. It's actually a triptych. It's got 3 sections to it. The first section is ingredient production. Second section is the production of beer, and then the third section is the consumption of it. And we put a lot in there in terms of design, so you can see all the ingredients necessary to make beer in there. There are some notable historical figures from Asheville, some historical references, and as well as Stephen and myself and both of our wives are actually painted in there.
So you guys have year 1 coming up in July. That's a 1 year anniversary. Tell us a little bit about some of the exciting stuff that you guys have coming up for year 2 and the foreseeable future.
Sure. Well, in-house we have a rooftop deck coming this summer. It'll be right above the cooler that's behind me. We're excited for that because it's just a chance to get away. It'll be 21 and up, so get away from the fray, the noise of the street and the kids, and be able to have a little just quiet adult time.
Sure.
And enjoy the fresh air and the views. And then off-site, we're working on having some packaged products. So we're going to start bottling some of our barrel-aged beers, and we're also going to start canning some of our beers. So that will be pretty exciting to have that packaged product to be able to take away. You don't have to bring a growler in, and yeah, and hopefully you'll be able to see it around stores in town.
Well, Brad, again, thanks so much for taking the time and giving us a little bit more of an inside look of this awesome brewery. For everybody, if you haven't ever been to Archetype Brewing, you got to bookmark on your calendars. July, they're going to have that deck. Everything that we talked about will actually already be moving forward, so you'll be able to take some of this amazing beer home with you as well. So if you found one that you love, you'll be able to do that.